The person is talking from the human point of view, which I have nothing against. I mean, whatever state of life we have now, if it is good, there's nothing wrong. Yeah, fine. But the problem is where we got those knowledge from. If we are continuing from this path and we truly believe that this path was true, the historical presentation that is true, then we have no choice to sort of end up going against those ways or make those ways look evil. Because you cannot accuse your ancestors. If we have come as a result of this ancestral procedure of ways of life, and that is what made us what we are, we have been saturated in whatever stage we are. It's from these things. And mix up juice of, let's say, orange juice, cranberry juice, pineapple juice, whatever coming together, has produced some form of mixed juice. That is us. What can you do? Are you going to end up saying that there is a possibility way or some new invention that you are going to be able to separate yourself from the unified combination that has brought you into existence? It's just like the man and the woman that came together and the egg, the cell that brought you into being. Do you have any means to change that cause? The only means is taking your life. You cannot accuse your mother and father in the act that they had to go through to make you the crafted person that you are. Because the whole craft person that you are, the crafty looks that you have, is coming from the fibers and the vitamins and whatever state that they have or whatever they are, the true colors of both of them. So if you crush those people, you've crushed yourself. You cherish your parents, you have cherished yourself. Because they, in every sense, it is they that made you. It has made you what you are. It's both of them. The mixture of both of them make you. It's as a result has made you to become has crafted you. Has built you to what you are. You've come out of that. So there's no separation. There's nothing you can do about it. In that regard, the Bible presents to us that it is out of this joint presentation. Now we go to the Quran, but the Bible says that it is out of this generation that we came, a unified body of generation of a man and a woman of the same flesh and blood that has made us become. So we haven't got any excuses to change that format and say it wasn't good. That generation, I mean, even if the generation is different, that pattern or that approach is not different. It's nothing to be different. Because no matter what I do, that white man out there, that I may say white man, or yellow man, or green man, or black man, is my brother, is my cousin, is my sister, is my, that is the idea of which is being presented to you if you're a religious person, especially from a Christian or Islamic sense. This is what you must know. So you can say that the idea becomes irrelevant when it comes to you saying that, that time it was necessary for them to procreate through the sense of close relations or incest. But it is not the same today. What makes it not the same today? Has there been a different creation? Has there been a new breed outside of the same flesh and blood of which we came about? No. If we have no proof of that, then we have to accept the fact of what we are and stop condemning our ancestors of what they have to do, of what God put them through, or your God. That you are claiming that if you claim Jehovah to be your God, you're claiming that he's your God. What he made them become, and as a result has made you today live, to breathe air, to do whatever you do. But if you have issue with that life or that way of life or that way of worship, of a presentation or whatever it is, then you must learn to accept that Jehovah isn't your God. The God of that time isn't the God of which we are presenting today or what we are following today. A new God has taken the format and has taken the image of Jehovah. The new God has taken the form of Jehovah. It's either the new God took the form or we gave it to the God. Whatever the God today is, He's not the God of that time. Now, even if He's the God of that time, then He has some answers to give us, some questions. He has to answer some questions that we have to ask Him. Is that why He doesn't show His face? Because He has changed the whole thing again and blinded us from what is happening. But He hasn't blinded us as long as these books are there. So we read it every day. But I am thinking that as long as the practice change, those are the signs. Normally we look out for goals and the signs that happens along with that. This is what reveals you and me. The characters we bear reveals us or shows what we are. My accent gives me away. I may be born British, or I may be born American, I may be born Mexican, I may be born whatever, and have all those background. If my accent is different, something is giving me away for them to have to figure out what really is giving me away, or what really gives me that character, or what really am I. Oh, maybe as a result he didn't live there, but he actually came from there, but he ended up this place, and that is why his accent changed, because he grew up learning something different from what he originally or she originally come from. But if we really come from that sense of knowing that this is our background, we believe it has come from God, we believe it's a history which is valid and the fact of it is really undeniable, then we have to go along that line. But we are not going along, even though we are accepting it. We are not going along that line. We are finding excuses and saying that this is a new generation and this is how we have to go. And there are other people who are justifying these means, ridiculously justifying these means by creating a course or some sort of teaching and procedure to invite people to come and listen and understand that this is how things are, in educatively presenting the educative jangitic looks, coming up with all kinds of nice presentations, and let's say the idea craftiness in the best of formats that attracts or pull people into things, and big words or make things that are, saying things that becomes logical in so many sense. But in reality, if you look at the fact here with simple basic fact I point to you here, and you allow any crafty minded person to change you from this, I don't know what else can be done. Maybe that's why there hasn't been too much viewers of these videos. But give it time. It might be. It might not. I don't know. But I've done what I have to do. I've done what I have to do. There are a few out there that I appreciate, have seen or have listened to one or two of the videos. But normally people will say, I have to get on with my life. We can't be just focusing back. And what life do you have to get on with if you are not seeing the errors that has kept you, or that keeps trapping you and putting you into a situation of blindedness, and not being able to have the confidence to face the things that deceptively make you, overshadow you in every way of your life. You might deny it, but that's the fact of the matter. Through my respect and my great sense of fear of respect, which was instilled into me when I was growing up, I almost died because of that. Giving so much respect to people, ended up in a religious group which the elders or people who are a little bit older than me gave them respect, gave the pastor respect, gave all that, showing my, my sort of my courtesy approach in everything, being nice, because I thought they were nice, they were good people, they were older than me and they were feeling nicer. Meanwhile, they took advantage of that, plotted against me. And here I was experiencing